Today we will be ranking Batman. We have
the one and only.
We have 7 different people who have played Batman, which is, I think, everybody, right? The main Batman, if you will. But yeah, so we're going to go rank them from 1 to 7. So my first is Christian Bale's Batman.
I'm Batman.
I think Christian Bale is the unanimous first place. His trilogy is honestly one of the best film trilogies I think of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He is by far and away the best Batman in every possible way. The Dark Knight is one of the best movies of all time. The best superhero movie of all time. Huge fan of the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, I think you can make an argument for Keaton at 1, but I have Bale at 1 too.
Now, my second best Batman is Michael Keaton.
What are you? I'm Batman.
His films are just classic. You think of Batman, you think of Michael Keaton or Christian Bale's.
So for 2, I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to take Robert Pattinson at 2. I was a massive fan of this movie. I think it is, outside of the Dark Knight trilogy, is by far the best Batman movie. I don't think it's close. The true original comic book Batman, I'm pretty sure, was more of like a detective type of hero, more so than a crime-fighting hero. Yeah. The Robert Pattinson Batman went back to those roots. Mm-hmm. That movie is a murder mystery crime thriller.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Keaton at 2. I actually think Keaton's portrayal of Batman is the best. I don't think he played a great Bruce Wayne.
Number 3, I have Robert Pattinson.
I'm vengeance.
Like you said, I think he did a really good portrayal of Batman. It's more of a kind of a darker tone, kind of how the Dark Knight was. Like the overall just like
aesthetic
and aura of the film was very dark. But yeah, I think Pattinson did a great job with it. Yeah, I think, like you said, I like it being more of a kind of a detective, like murder mystery type movie. I think it's a good spin on it. So yeah, I'm really excited to see like what he takes on, what he does in the future with his take on Batman. But yeah, I think I got him at 3. So.
Number 3, easily Michael Keaton. When you think of Batman, like you think of that, like, you know, that theme song, that uniform, that Batmobile, that, you know, all his fun tools and gadgets that he has. Mm-hmm. Like that's what you think of when you think of Batman.
I'm gonna go Pattinson at 3 purely based on sample size.
At number 4, this might be a hot take, but I got the Adam West Batman number 4.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
He's just the OG Batman. He's the first Batman. My dad grew up watching that Batman, so I've watched his movie a couple of times. But the Batmobile, I personally think is one of the best. I love just the design of that whole thing. I think overall, I mean, you got to pay homage to the guy who started it all, and that was Adam West.
So my number 4, I'm also going to be going with Adam West. It's a straight up classic. Yeah. Like you said, his Batmobile. My favorite Batmobile is the Tumbler.
Yeah, my favorite is definitely Tumbler.
But his Batmobile is just super classy. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, like the red trim. I mean, it's just like
you see, can beat the Tumbler.
It's a relic of its time.
It is.
I'll go Adam West at 4 too.
At 5, I'm gonna have Val Kilmer's Batman.
I'll get drive-through.
But I think Val Kilmer does a fine job. I think the bat suit looks stupid. I'm not a big fan of like the bat nipples and all that stuff. I think that's pretty stupid. But I think overall, I think he does a solid job. I think he didn't really do anything great, but there's definitely been worse. So I think he was a fine Batman.
Yeah, at 5, I'm gonna go Val Kilmer as well. Val Kilmer, I don't think played a completely awful Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I'll go with Val Kilmer at 5 too. I've never seen his movie, but I've heard it's pretty bad.
At 6, I have Ben Affleck's Batman.
Tell me. Do you bleed?
When you think of Batman, you don't really think of his, because if you take into context, his Batman is more of an older Batman, has been out of the game for a while. So that's why he looks a little bit rough sometimes, looks a little bit older. His movement is weird. he's a bit bigger, so like stuff like that. But I think overall, as like a Bruce Wayne character, I think he did a pretty good job as overall Bruce Wayne. I think his Batman obviously wasn't up there with the greats, but I don't think it was like this just abysmal, like I can't even watch this movie because he's in it. Like I think he was fine. I think he gets over. I think people hate on him a little too much just because of the movies he's been in. Because I mean, he's been in some bad movies. But I think overall as a Batman, I don't think he was like absolutely horrible. I think if you put timing into consideration, I think he played a fine job from the timing of that Batman.
Okay, at 6, this one will be a little surprising, but I'm gonna go George Clooney at 6. This is the awful Batmans. George Clooney is a wretched Batman. And once again, the bat nipples are prominent, and I just don't know why. George Clooney was completely horrible. Batman and Robin is genuinely one of the worst movies ever made.
I'll go. You said Ben Affleck at 6. All right, I'll go George Clooney at 6. Does have a different list than him. Wretched Batman.
A little harsh.
Yeah, it was a little harsh, but it was not great.
At my last spot, I have George Clooney. Like Zach said, the Batman and Robin movie is one of the worst, if it's the worst Batman movie ever. Like Ben Affleck, yes, he was bad, but he did a couple things good. I don't think George Clooney did anything good. I mean, I think he was just overall just bad. Like I watched that movie and I just like laugh at how terrible it is.
Yeah.
And like it hurts me to watch that movie.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
And I love
yes,
Batman, but
yes.
like that's one that I can't watch, you know.
My last and definitely least, number 7 Batman, is the Ben Affleck Batman. The Ben Affleck Batman, in my opinion, is absolutely atrocious. I mean, we call him the Fat Man for a reason. A horrible, horrible portrayal of Batman. Honestly, it's a shame for the character of Batman to have done what Ben Affleck and what they did to him. I genuinely mean this wholeheartedly. Ben Affleck's Batman is a complete disgrace to the character.
Yeah, I've got Ben Affleck last too. Everything he said, but also the expectations I had for these movies that he's in were so high, and I was just let down. So if you're going to portray Batman, even if it's not a standalone film, you've got to like show up and play Batman.
Yeah.
And he just didn't do that. Respectfully, he just looks stupid.
Yeah, hey, dude, you took the words out of my mouth there because I was gonna say it goes beyond the character and the acting. It's the tools, the gadgets, the suit. He looks like an absolute fool, and he's had a different suit in just about every movie. And they've all been bad. They've actually got worse. If you see the Flash, oh my lord, it's bad.
I mean, I don't like wholeheartedly agree, but I'm not gonna really talk about it just because we time consuming. But yeah, those are all the Batman. What do you think of our lists? Let us know of your list. Let us know if Ben Affleck is actually the worst Batman of all time, or if he's actually a disgrace to the character.
Okay, all right.
We'll start a we hate Ben Affleck's Batman fan club. So if you want to join, I guess you gotta talk to this guy. So.
Compared to Bale and Pattinson and Keaton, yeah, he
Well,
is.
obviously, compared to Christian, it's like comparing Wall Street to like some Indian city. Like I don't
What?
It's not even a comparison.
Let us know if we should do any other lists with Marvel or DC or superheroes or sports obviously or whatever. So yeah, let us know if you guys like these types of videos. We'll do some more of them because this was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, peace.